So do you think you should try the Stack and Tilt? You've all seen it in the magazines. It's the latest and greatest in golf instruction hype. Well, I was fortunate enough to have insider access at the PGA Tour event this week, the Buick Open, and was talking exclusively with these golf instructors for the Stack and Tilt method. And this was one of their students. His name is Charlie Wee. And you can see we're going to talk about this setup position. You can see in the setup where the Stack and Tilt method encourages a little bit more of a right leg lean than most players have in their setup position. So Charlie has a little more weight on his left leg than on his right leg. And that's common among Stack and Tilt players. Now we'll take a look. We'll go up to the top of the swing, and here's where I got some insider information. The magazines actually did not give you correct information, and they did that intentionally to sell magazines. It is proven fact that Stack and Tilt players do not tilt towards the target with their upper body like the magazines would lead you to believe. We can see here it's clear that the model player of the Stack and Tilt method has his upper body tilted away from the target at the top. It's just that he has a little more weight into his left leg than most players do at the top. Now here's the key to this method if you're going to be trying this. Coming into impact, you want to make sure that your upper body stays back and tilts enough away from the target so that you don't get steep. Most players that try the Stack and Tilt method take too deep of divots. But as you can see here, coming into impact, the neck, the upper spine, and the head position are all just slightly back of the ball, which is not what the magazines led you to believe. The lower body is clearly ahead of the ball, but the upper body is tilted so much backwards that the player is going to avoid deep divots by doing this. If his upper body was any farther ahead, the divot would be deep and he'd hit the ball weak and higher to the right. So you want to make sure that if you are doing the Stack and Tilt method, that you are not doing the Stack and Tilt method that the golf magazines were showing you, and that you actually go to a Stack and Tilt golf instructor or consult with your own golf instructor on how you should be applying this method. And you'll be able to see from a down the line perspective that the Stack and Tilt method looks very similar in setup to a regular golf swing. The player is aligned parallel to his target. Feet, hips, and shoulders are all parallel. The arms hang down in a relaxed position and is very good strong posture with bend at the hips. Here's where you'll see a little bit of a difference. The arms move inside the plane a little bit earlier than most methods, and you'll see the club face is slightly closed. What that does is it encourages an inside path. You'll notice, well, let's back this up for a second. Most of you that take the club inside get the club head in behind your hands, but you'll notice the club head is even with his hands at this point. So the club head is not stuck. It's just that he's moving his arms back in farther than most players. You're going to see on the downswing that will encourage a downswing path that is more from the inside than most players. It's not inside to out, it's inside to inside. You can see how much in the club goes after impact and makes a giant circle. So it's more inside to square to inside than most players. Other than that, the Stack and Tilt method is actually almost identical to the traditional golf swing. So if you have any more questions on the Stack and Tilt method, you can email info@grandrapidsgolflesson.com or call 616-802-4969.